spoiler alert, every piece of equipment in this review gets 5 stars. This is more of a thank you letter to the people who've made these pieces of equipment and continue to engage in the research and development, and let's face it, make all of our lives better on a daily basis as guitarists. Number 1, Marmar pickups. So these are some beautiful historic 57 humbucker pickups made by Maurizio and Claudio Malerba in Italy. I'm not going to talk about the technical side of things here. I'm going to talk about 2 things. These guys are absolutely tireless. Their attention to detail is second to none. I'm also going to talk about the tone, because the sustain and the dynamic range and just the pure tone that comes off that you can extract from even average strings is extraordinary. So ever since I installed these pickups, I've kind of found myself building my sound around the kind of sustain and dynamic range that these things can extract. The bass and the bottom range is wonderful. It just gives you so much headroom and floor room to then sort of impart your character onto the sound. Number 2, the small but beautifully formed Laney L5 Studio, which is a Class A valve amp, and it's a lovely way of getting that lovely tube sound in a completely silent setup like this, or have it plugged in and make a whole lot of noise. What I love about it is the fact that you have such an integral and such a beautiful warm sound that you can put straight into your DAW. You can take a direct out, or you can have the USB modeling that's built into it as well. It's just a lovely traditional type of sound that really, for me, is something I can really meld with, and something I can really sort of use as a foundation to build my sound around. Number 3, the Captor X from 2 Notes Audio, which are a French company. And this is a piece of equipment that really revolutionized my workflow. It's such a convenient piece of equipment. It's a load box, but also an IR loader. So I was able to use the Laney IRs, which were painstakingly made, and transfer across the sound that I have from my real amp for, in a live situation, to my studio silent setup here. And honestly, I've never heard a headphone sound like it. It's warm, accurate, has that ping that you have off the Laney 2x12s. Just a perfect piece of equipment for a silent setup such as this. Number 4 is a piece of software, and it's probably the most useful piece of guitar equipment that I've ever had. It's the SGear plugin from Scuffum amps. This is something I use every single day, and for most of my production work here, it's absolutely perfect for. Even the built-in presets, you have basically a terrifically good studio sound straight off the bat, straight out of your guitar. It's wonderfully convenient, saves you hours and hours and hours of miking and painstaking audio setups. And it's, like I said, something I use every single day. In most sessions that I use, especially with driven tones, it's absolutely beautiful, and it's being updated all the time. So thank you very much, Mike. It's a wonderful piece of equipment, and it's completely transformed my workflow. Number 5. This is an incredibly important piece of equipment that is often not credited where it should be, and I'm just going to show you it now. It's just here, slightly pink and red, a bit flappy, but incredibly useful for getting the best quality sound and the most truest version of yourself that you possibly can. And it's something that can be updated daily via listening. It's something that's very useful for live situations. It has AI built into it, so you can interact with musicians around you and interact with the projects and develop your sound as well. So this is an incredibly important piece of equipment.